A lot of graphic designers think they need an amazing portfolio before they can post online. They think, my work is not good enough yet, I don't have big clients, I don't have a unique style, nobody cares how I made this. But according to Show Your Work by Austin Kleon, you don't need to be famous, perfect or fully established before you share your work. You just need to share what you are learning, making and thinking about. For graphic designers, this can be one of the best ways to build a portfolio, attract clients, improve your skills and create opportunities, even if you are still a beginner. In this video, I'll break down the main ideas from Show Your Work and explain how graphic designers can use them in real life. Let's go! You don't need to be an expert to share. The first big idea in Show Your Work is simple. You don't need to be an expert to be useful. A lot of people think they can only post online after they become successful, but that is backwards. Sharing your work is often part of how you become successful. You don't need to teach people as if you know everything. You can simply share what you are learning. For example, instead of posting, I am a branding expert, here is how to create the perfect logo, you could post, I studied 5 coffee shop logos today, here are 3 things they all did well. You are not pretending to be a master designer, you are documenting your progress, and that can still be valuable. There are always people who are 1 or 2 steps behind you. What feels basic to you may be helpful to someone else. Share your process, not only polished work. Most designers only share the final result. They post the finished logo, the final mockup, or the perfect Behance project. That is good, but it's only one part of the story. People are also interested in how you got there. For example, when you create a brand identity, you can share the original brief, your research, a mood board, and so on. This is powerful because it shows people how you think. And design is not only about making something look attractive, it's about making decisions. Why did you choose that font? Why did you use those colors? Why did you remove certain elements? Why does the final design fit the audience? When you explain those choices, your work becomes more meaningful. A client may see a beautiful logo and think, that looks nice. But when they see your process, they may think, the designer understands strategy, they can solve problems. That is a much stronger reason to hire you. Turn your daily work into content. You don't need to create completely new content every day. You are already doing design work. You are already researching, collecting references, making mistakes, testing ideas, and learning new skills. That is content. Austin Kleon talks about sharing your daily practice. For graphic designers, your daily practice might include choosing typefaces, building mood boards, creating logo sketches, and so on. Instead of keeping all of that private, share small parts of it. For example, you can post, today I noticed this restaurant menu uses 3 different fonts. Here is why it feels confusing. Or I redesigned this poster to practice visual hierarchy. The biggest change was simplifying the headline. These posts don't need to be perfect. They just need to be honest, useful, or interesting. Share the work behind the work. The final design is the visible part, but there is always work behind the work. For example, before you create a logo, you may research competitors, study the target audience, collect references, explore symbols, test layouts, and make multiple versions. That behind-the-scenes work is valuable to share because it helps people understand your creative process. You could make a simple carousel post like this. This is more interesting than posting only a mockup. It also gives you more content from one project. One logo project can become. You don't always need more projects. Sometimes you just need to share one project in more useful ways. Be useful, not impressive. A common mistake is trying too hard to look impressive online. Designers might only post their most polished work and hope people will be impressed, but being useful can be more powerful than being impressive. For example, instead of only posting a beautiful brand identity, explain something small that others can learn from it. You can share tips like, you don't have to make long tutorials every time. Even a short post can be useful. For example, a quick typography tip. If your headline feels weak, try increasing the size before adding more fonts, or before choosing brand color, check how they look in black and white first. If the identity only works with color, the logo may not be strong enough. Useful content builds trust, and trust creates opportunities. Tell people what are you working on. A lot of creative people work quietly and hope someone will eventually notice them, but people cannot support work they do not know exists. If you're building a portfolio, say that. If you're working for branding clients, say that. If you're learning motion design, say that. If you're creating a poster series, say that. You don't need to sound desperate or overly promotional. You can simply be clear. For example, I'm currently building a portfolio of branding projects for cafes and restaurants, or I'm looking for small businesses that need social media design support, or this month I'm practicing packaging design by creating fictional skincare brands, or I'm available for freelance logo and brand identity projects. People often need reminders about what you do. A friend may know you are a designer, but they may not know you are looking for clients. A follower may like your post, but they may not know what services you offer. Make it easy for people to understand your work and recommend you. Share your interest outside design. Your work becomes more interesting when you share more than just design. Austin Kleon explains that your interests are part of your creative identity. Maybe you like coffee culture, street photography, music, or fashion. These interests can influence your design work. For example, if you like music, you can create fictional album artwork or share interesting record cover designs. If you like food and cafes, you can study restaurant branding, menus, and packaging. If you love travel, you can photograph signs, labels, tickets, storefronts, and visual details from different places. This helps you become more memorable. You are not just another graphic designer, you are a graphic designer with specific interests, taste, and perspective. That combination is what makes your work personal. Build relationships, not just followers. Social media is not only a place to post your work, it's also a place to connect with people you can build relationships with. Don't only post and disappear, leave thoughtful comments on other people's work. Share work you genuinely admire. Ask good questions, give credit when someone inspires you. If you see a local business with strong potential but weak branding, you can respectfully share an idea or create a redesign concept for practice. You don't need to message people asking for work immediately. First, become part of the conversation. Over time, people start recognizing your name, your taste, and the kind of work you make. That is much more valuable than trying to go viral one time. Credit your influences. If another designer, artist, photographer, or brand inspired you, give them credit. This is important ethically, but it also shows confidence. You don't need to pretend that every idea appeared from nowhere. You can say, inspired by the editorial typography of this color direction came from vintage travel posters. Giving credit shows that you respect creative work. It also helps your audience discover other artists and designers, and it makes the creative community stronger. Just remember, credit does not make copying acceptable. You should still create your own solution for a different message, audience, and project. Keep showing up. The final lesson from Show Your Work is that sharing is not a one-time event. You don't post one project and suddenly get clients, followers, or opportunities. It takes time. Some posts may get very little attention. Some projects may not be your best work. Some ideas may fail. That is normal. The goal is to keep making work and keep sharing what you learn. You don't need to post every day. Choose a schedule you can maintain. For example, consistency matters more than perfection. The more you create, the better you become. The more you share, the easier it becomes for people to understand your work, and the more likely opportunities are to find you. The main lesson from Show Your Work is not that you need to become an influencer, it's this: don't hide your creative process. Share what you are learning, share what you are making, share your experiments, your progress, your taste, and your ideas. As a graphic designer, you don't need huge clients or a perfect portfolio before you start showing your work. Start with the project you are working on today. Show your sketch, show your mood board, show the failed version, show the small lesson, show the final result. Because people cannot connect with work they never get to see. What part of your design process do you find hardest to share? Sketches, failed ideas, unfinished work, or the final result? Write it in the comments and subscribe if you want more practical videos about graphic design, building a portfolio, finding freelance clients, and developing your personal style. See ya!